Look, you can better believe this. Nothing kills a romantic mood quicker than talking about money. You know I'm right. In fact, it's often cited as the #1 reason people get divorced. But in this economy, in this down economy, financial issues are affecting American love lives in ways that you may never have imagined. So I'm joined now by family law attorney, Mr. Randy Kessler. He's here in Atlanta. Good to see you. So putting off getting married. And you know, one I just recently heard of, Randy, is called divorce insurance. What is going on here? Divorce insurance?
You know, I mean, I guess the best divorce insurance would be to never get married. You wouldn't have to worry about it. But the second best is you can have insurance, but how about a prenup? Why not just have a prenup that says if we get divorced, you get this, I get that. I think the insurance issue is a tough one.
But I was going to say, it's different from a prenup because you can actually get this, right, while you're married already.
Right. You can get that, but you can also have a postnup. So you can get a postnup while you're married, but you can get insurance. The problem is, think about all the variables. My head is spinning when I think about custody, visitation. I want supervised visitation. Now I've got insurance that'll pay the lawyers whatever I want. I'm not going to work to settle it because my insurance company's paying my legal bills. So I see some real problems with it.
Okay. So one of which is, how soon can you use it, before or after? I mean, can you get divorce insurance and then it's, okay, your policy's good, you sign off, and then the next week can you go out and get divorced and then claim the money?
Well, the recent policies say you have to be married at least 3 years. So if you've been married 3 years, that's, I guess, a good faith marriage, or what you know, to be a legal immigrant, you have to be married for 2 years, or it's not considered a sham marriage. So I guess 3 years. You know, so much for the 7-year itch. It'll be the 3-year itch now.
You know, it is growing in popularity, though. When I talk to people in the newsroom, like, not a bad idea. I wish I had known about that before I got... Randy, are couples doing this together, or can you go behind someone's back and say, I want to take out some divorce insurance, and then, you know, and the spouse doesn't know about it?
I think it's like anything else. You can do it either way, but it's probably better to do it behind your spouse's back to avoid collusion. You know, what you don't want is for a couple to do it together and then agree that they're going to go ahead and get a divorce. And then what? Then the insurance company is paying for somebody's fraud.
Oh, interesting. I want to read this little quote right here, which I found very interesting. It's the last. This is from the Washington Post. I saw this story. It says these legal agreements, it's called cohabitation agreements, right? That you can get and not get married because people aren't getting married anymore. They're living together now, two households, and there are agreements there. It's almost like a marriage agreement, but they're not.
We do those.
Okay, so you do those. It says these legally binding documents can cover everything from real estate agreements to who takes out the garbage to the frequency of sex or not gaining weight.
That's ridiculous.
I'd like to. No, it's not.
You know what?
No, why not?
Well, we have those provisions in prenups too, and I don't think they're enforceable. But the question is, if you know you're going to lose $10,000 because you raised to 150 pounds, you're going to at least try to stay in shape.
How is it not enforceable if it's in writing? If you have the
how much you can weigh? What if you have a medical condition that says that?
Well, that's an extenuating circumstance.
But I'm a lawyer.
Attorney, yes.
There are a lot of extenuating circumstances.
Okay. Randy, last word.
I think you should always go into anything like this with forethought. You know, there's an old joke which is the marriage should cost $25,000 for the marriage license, and the divorce should be very low cost.
Yeah.
That way people would be slow to get into it and would be sure before they got into it.
Good to see you, Randy.
Nice to see you,
and again.